Today we're going to make this cinnamon rolls. Oh, look at that! I have to try it. So good. I need a glass of milk. Very delicious. Let's get them started. I am going to mix my yeast first. So we need water, sugar. This is active dry yeast. The recipe is down in the description below. You click it and then you will see all the ingredients listed down there. I've been baking cinnamon rolls over 30 some years and I have tried numerous recipes. So the reason I'm sharing this recipe today is because I'm very satisfied how this one came out. I've been quite lazy. I'm using my mixer, so we're going to use the mixer today. And also depends on your size of your eggs. Depends on where you bought your eggs. Eggs can also be a little bit larger and smaller. For that reason, I like to take some flours and just put it on the side just in case. So as we are mixing it, I'm going to check it out. If it seems like a little bit soft, then I'm going to add the rest of the flour. Otherwise, I will not add it. So we'll see. Sugar. Salt. Butter. Today's temperature is a little bit cold, so everything is getting cold very quickly. Even my butter. Okay, so butter, eggs, and then now I'm going to add my yeast. Okay. Now let's go to my mixer here. Put the hook on the stir. The one thing I wanted to point out is when I buy my flour, I've been buying this Safeway unbleached organic flour because I've been baking with this flour lately and I'm very satisfied with the result. This company is not sponsoring me. Just wanted to point it out. And also, talking about the flour, I prefer to use the measurement as a gram versus cups because especially with the flour, if the flour has been sitting in the bag, it can get dense. So when you scoop it with the cup and then level it up, put it into the bowl, sometimes it can be extra another 20 grams, 30 grams, depends on what you're baking. If it gets a little extra flour, your cake or pastries is going to be dense. And obviously you want to have nice and fluffy pastries. So just keep that in mind. Also, these cinnamon rolls, you can mix it with your hand. Totally okay. Once you mix everything, just use the wooden spoon and then take it out on the countertop and knead it about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay. Would be a good idea to scrape it down. So it obviously needs the rest of the flour. So I'm going to add the rest of the flour.
Why is it obvious?
Because it's runny, you see? We want to have a nice dough that you can mix it with your hand. So this is very runny. Okay, there's some flour on the bottom. Yeah, I said obviously because it's I'm expecting something that's going to shape, that's going to be able to let it shape. So go ahead and All right, let's go ahead and check the, sorry, I was talking while the machine is working. Let's go ahead and check the consistency. Okay, I will take it out and show you, but this is good enough. We don't want to make it too hard because your cinnamon rolls is going to come out very hard, like a bread kind. We want to have a nice fluffy cinnamon rolls. This is perfect. Okay, let's come to this countertop here. Move my hook. I'm going to use a little bit of oil, just not to get my dough get stuck. I have this tool, makes it easier to scrape it out instead of my spatula. You see, ta-da! Okay, perfect. Now you see my dough is like almost like a, when I touch it, almost like a Play-Doh, the consistency. You see? It's like a nice ball shaped. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit ball and put it into this container. See how much it is in there now? So we're going to cover this up, and the room is a little bit cold here, about 67, 68 Fahrenheit. So we'll see. Either 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. It just needs to come up with double size. Okay, let's go ahead and cover this up. And we come back. Okay, now it's been 2 hours. Let's go ahead and continue making the cinnamon rolls. I have a bowl here. Into the bowl, I have 1 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, 1/3 of cup of butter, okay, now you're going to stir this. Okay, I'm going to put it on the side here. So the dough has been rising for 2 hours. Let's sprinkle a little bit of flour. Let's go ahead now. Roll the dough. Sprinkle a little bit of flour. Okay. Okay. Going to put cinnamon, butter, and brown sugar. So you're just going to spread it evenly on your dough. Oh, this one smells really good. Almost there. This one looks pretty even. Okay, now it's time to roll it. Okay, let's go ahead and start rolling here. Now we're going to divide this into 12 pieces, and I have the pan already greased. In order to cut this, you can use the floss or you can just use the thread. So I'm going to use the floss. I'm going to gently put this underneath, so I'm going to cut it in half first. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and cut it here. There. So I'm going to, let's see, 2, so I have to make this for 6. Let's do another half here. Oh, look at my sloppy cutting right there. Okay, now we're just gonna put it into the pan. Let's do 3 here. Then, oopsie. Okay, there. We're gonna cover this and let it rise for 30 minutes to 1 hour. My home here is cold, so it's been taking a little longer than I expected. But it's okay. Eventually it will come out good. Okay, let's go ahead and cover it up. And I'm going to just sit it here for 30 minutes. So it's been about 40 minutes. Let's put the cinnamon rolls in the oven. I preheated my oven at 350 degrees 10 minutes ago. So over this cinnamon roll, I have half cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to pour this over. What this does is it makes in fluffy cinnamon rolls. And then the heavy cream in the bottom is going to caramelize with the brown sugar once it starts baking. That's what's going to happen. Okay, now this is good. 350 degrees. So we're going to bake it to 30 to 35 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and take this out. Wow, smells so good. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to let this cool down about 10 minutes. And while we're cooling it down, we're going to go ahead and make the frosting, the most exciting part of this baking. Okay, so I have powdered sugar here, and then cream cheese and butter. Then we're going to put some salt. Hang on. Too tiny. Pinch of salt, okay. And then vanilla. Milk. Now we're just going to blend it. Okay, it's flying away. Going to add a little more milk. Everything smells so good in here. Oh, this is perfect. I like this consistency, you see? So another 5 minutes, we're going to spread it over here. All right, let me clean up. Okay, let's frost the cinnamon rolls here. So I put my cinnamon rolls directly on the pan. But if you want to have more cleaner work, you can put it on the parchment paper. When you don't put it on the parchment paper, when it completely cools down, it's going to be very sticky to come out of the pan. But if you had a parchment paper, you would have no problem with that. It smells so good. So the frosting we made is just enough to cover the whole cinnamon rolls. But if you want to make it less sweet, you can lower the sugar, powdered sugar. And also, instead of frosting like this, you can put less frosting. It's totally up to you. Okay, this is good. There you go. Let's actually take a look like this. Like that. Squeeze it nice and soft. You break it like this. You can break like that. Then I can try this part. Very delicious. Enjoy it, guys. So good.